Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you guys how to make a background for a dual monitor display, so let's get started. Alright guys, so for this video it's actually going to be a bit easier if I just show you the tutorial on one monitor. So I'll do that and then at the end you'll see the final product. So you want to open up your photo editing program, whether it may be Photoshop or GIMP, which is the free version, but it does basically the same thing. You're going to open it up and we want to create a canvas size that will span across both displays. So if you have two monitors that are 1920 by 1080, then you're going to want to multiply the width by 2, so that would be 3840 by 1080 because you keep the height the same since they're not stacking on top of each other. And if you haven't already, change the format to pixels instead of inches or centimeters, whatever it may be. And then we're just going to continue from there. So now, once you've done that, we have the blank slate, and you can choose whatever you want, choose any of the tools, and then just make it, and then render it out or whatever, but we want to use a picture because we're not all good artists. So, we're just going to go to our picture, open it up, wherever you keep your pictures, just open that folder, and I'm going to choose the lion. So now this line pops up, and it pops up in a different tab. And now you might be tempted just to go, okay, I'll just drag it over, put it on this, and I'll be good to go. But that will make it look really pixelated. So what we're going to do instead is actually duplicate this and make it a mirror like you saw at the beginning. So we're going to drag it down a bit, and then make sure you're on the move tool, otherwise this won't work. And then you're just going to drag it right over the background layer. You can just exit out of this because we're done with it now. Alright, so this looks nice already, but you can still move it around and check how you want it. But I'm just going to keep it like this. Actually, it looks pretty nice. I want to get, yeah, this is obviously all personal preference. And then what you're going to want to do now is go to Layer and duplicate the layer. So this will be just named Lion 2 just to keep track of the lion layers. Yeah. So now we're going to move this one over, and now you can see that there's two different layers under the bottom layer, which is the background. And actually what we're going to do is to make them mirror, you have to press Control T, which is that's basically the shortcut for transform. And now we're going to do flip horizontally. Now the lines are facing each other, and we can press enter, and that will just basically complete the task. But I think that it will look a lot better if we actually change the layers and make the lines facing against each other so it's a mirror image. So we're almost done actually. So what we're going to try to do is match them up pretty close, and that looks really nice already. And to make sure that each line, only one line head is on one display and they don't overlap onto another, like one picture isn't too long basically, you're going to want to make sure you're on the ruler mode. So you're going to want to go to view and press rulers or Control R for the shortcut, and then it starts at 0 and goes to a little bit past 38. So you're going to want to find the in between of 38, and that's a little bit over 19. So this is looking good for the purpose of this video. I'm not going to make it perfect because I already made one later. I mean, you get the point. Anyways, so now these are basically matched up, and you're going to want to flatten your layer. If you're done manipulating them, of course, you're going to want to go down to Layer, and then go down to Flatten Image. So now this is all one image, and anything you do with it, the layers won't move and stuff because this is a locked layer. So if you have two different types of monitors, they most likely have a different native color. I guess like they just have different forms of their colors, and they don't produce the same color scheme. So something you can do to make this a little less obvious is go down to black and white, or sorry, first you're going to want to go to image adjustments, and then go down to black and white, or Alt Shift Control B, and then click that, and now the photo is in black and white, and just click OK. And now this will make it a little bit less obvious that you're using two different monitors, and it will look a lot cleaner. And if you want to make it a little bit nicer, because some of the whites look a little bit washed out, you can go to levels and play with this, and if you just control these sliders a bit, you can make it a bit darker, and you can choose the way you want to do that. Maybe play with the midtones a bit. So now here's the edited image, and then here's what it was before. So it looks a lot nicer now, and it gives some more shadows and some more detail almost. And so now we're actually basically done with this, and what you're going to want to do is just go to File, Save As, and then just name your image whatever you want it to be, whether it's lion background or whatever. So you're just going to want to, I'll just call it that, and then I'll just replace the old version that I had. Click away, and we might as well make it the highest quality. Make sure that when you're saving it, it's in a JPEG format and not the Photoshop format or the GIMP format, because then it treats it as an editable image, and then you won't be able to make it your background. So now I will cut over to a now I'll cut back over to what the final product looks like. Okay, so now I have extended the displays, as you can see, so it's going to look a bit different. But what you're going to want to do is find your picture. So I have it in my photos folder, and here it is right here, lion background to monitor. You can just click to open it and right click and set as desktop background. Now you are done creating your desktop background. I hope that you enjoyed this or found it useful in some way. And if you guys need help doing it on GIMP, then you can just leave a comment or message me, and I will show you how to do that. But it should be basically the same idea, so until next time.